Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic relation between Dalton's law and Raoult's law. The Dalton's law is for gaseous mixture of non-reacting gases and Raoult's law is meant for what? Ideal solutions. Okay, the solutions which obey Raoult's law are called ideal solutions. And Dalton's law of partial pressures is what now? The total pressure of a gaseous mixture of non-reacting gases is equal to the sum of partial pressures of the component gases in the mixture. That is Dalton's law. So between Dalton's law and Raoult's law relation we are going to discuss today. Now, the composition of vapor in equilibrium with the solution can be calculated applying Dalton's law of partial pressures. Okay, you imagine one solution. Suppose we have taken some ideal solution here. So in this vessel we have taken what? Ideal solution. What is taken? Ideal solution. In this ideal solution, two components there here. So liquid A and liquid B are there here. From liquid A, some vapor A will come. Vapor A. And from liquid B also vapor B. Because liquid A is volatile and liquid B also volatile. These two are volatile liquids. Volatile liquids will be evaporated and the vapor will be formed above the surface of the mixture of these two liquids. Now here this is the mixture of what? Two vapors, vapor A and vapor B mixture it is. For this, what is applicable? Dalton's law is applicable here. So which law is applicable here? Dalton's law is applicable for this type of mixture of two vapors, vapor A plus vapor B. And for the mixture of two liquids which form ideal solution. Now liquid A, liquid B, suppose benzene and toluene. Liquid benzene, liquid toluene. These two liquids will form what? Ideal solution. So whenever liquid A, liquid B form ideal solution, for this ideal solution, which law is applicable? Raoult's law is applicable. So Raoult's law is applicable for the mixture of two liquids which form ideal solution, and Dalton's law is applicable for the mixture of two vapors of non-reacting in nature. These two vapors, vapor A, vapor B, do not react with each other here. Okay, for the non-reacting gaseous mixture, the total pressure of this gaseous mixture is equal to what? The partial pressure of vapor A plus partial pressure of vapor B. This is what now Dalton's law. So what is given here? See, the composition of the vapor in equilibrium with the solution. See, this vapor A is in equilibrium with liquid A, and vapor B is also in equilibrium with the solution. So these two vapors, vapor A and vapor B, are in equilibrium with what? Liquid solution. Means what? With the solution, this vapor is in equilibrium. So the composition of the vapor in equilibrium with the solution can be calculated. Okay, applying what? Dalton's law of partial pressures. Okay, let the mole fractions of vapors A and B be Ya and Yb. So Ya is what now here? Mole fraction of vapor A. Okay, and what is Yb here? Mole fraction of vapor B. So in the gaseous mixture, in the mixture of two vapors, the Ya indicates what here? Mole fraction of vapor A. The same Ya will also be written like this in some books. The Ya, or we write Xa in vapor phase, Xa in vapor phase, Xav, otherwise Ya. Anyone will be taken in different books here. So in some books it will be taken Ya, in some books it will be taken Xav. V means what? The superscript V indicates what here? Vapor phase. Xa means mole fraction of A. Mole fraction of A in vapor phase, Xav. Otherwise Ya we can take. The same thing Yb. Yb is also written as what? Yb or Xb in vapor phase. Means what here? Mole fraction of what? Of vapor B. Mole fraction of vapor B in vapor mixture. In the mixture of two vapors, mole fraction of vapor B is what? Yb. Remember. Next, let Pa and Pb be the partial pressures of vapors A and B respectively, and total pressure is P. P is what now here? Total pressure. Total pressure of what? Gaseous mixture. The total pressure of mixture of two vapors is what? Capital P, and Pa is what? Partial pressure of vapor A in the mixture. PB is what? Partial pressure of vapor B in the mixture. Okay, now we are going to discuss what now we are going to calculate what? The composition of vapor A in the mixture or the composition of vapor B in the mixture. Means the composition of any one vapor, vapor A or vapor B, in equilibrium with solution. Now vapor A is in equilibrium with solution, vapor B also is in equilibrium with solution. In this condition, the composition of vapor A we can calculate or composition of vapor B we can calculate using what? Dalton's law of partial pressures. Okay. Now see here. Now PA is what now here? PA. PA means partial pressure of vapor A. So partial pressure. So partial pressure of what? Vapor A. Vapor A in the mixture. Now partial pressure is equal to what generally? Mole fraction into P total. Total pressure of the mixture into mole fraction of that A will be equal to partial pressure of A. Already we have discussed in gaseous state lesson. Partial pressure is equal to what? The product of its mole fraction and the total pressure. So P total it is. Is that clear? Next, PB is what now? Partial pressure of vapor B. PB is what? Partial pressure of vapor B. PB, right? Now partial pressure of vapor B is equal to what? YB into P. YB is what here? Mole fraction of B in vapor phase. Mole fraction of B in vapor phase. Tell me what is YB here? What is this? Mole fraction of what? Vapor B. Like that, YA is what? Mole fraction of vapor A. P is what? Total pressure of the gaseous mixture. Means the mixture of two vapors A and B. The total pressure is what? P here. It is Dalton's law. These two equations 1 and 2 are according to what? Dalton's law. It is about Dalton's. These two equations represent what? Dalton's law of partial pressures. Next one, PA. PA means what? Vapor pressure of liquid A. Vapor pressure of liquid A. Not vapor A here. In the solution we are taking vapor pressure of liquid A, PA, is equal to XA into PA naught. XA into PA naught. Now what is XA here? XA is mole fraction of A in which phase here? Liquid phase. XA is what now here? Mole fraction of A in liquid phase. YA is what? Mole fraction of A in vapor phase. Mole fraction of A in vapor phase, mole fraction of A in liquid phase. Is that clear, ma? So what is XA here? Tell me. XA is what? XA is mole fraction of liquid A in ideal solution. In the ideal solution, the mole fraction of liquid A is what? Given by XA. That's all. Is that clear, ma? So now here, according to Raoult's law, the partial pressure or vapor pressure we can say here. What we can say here? Partial pressure of A we can say, or vapor pressure of A we can, anyone say. So partial pressure or vapor pressure of liquid A, PA, is equal to mole fraction of A in the liquid solution into PA naught. What is PA naught here? PA naught is what? Vapor pressure of pure liquid A. What is PA naught here? Vapor pressure of pure liquid A. Vapor pressure of pure liquid A is given by what? PA naught. So PA naught into XA will be equal to vapor pressure of A, liquid A. And in solution, PB is what now? Vapor pressure of B. Like this here, vapor pressure of A is what now? PA. Vapor pressure of B is what? PB. It's a partial pressure of B, otherwise vapor pressure of B. Is that clear? So now here PB is equal to what now here? XB into PB naught. XB is what here? Mole fraction of liquid B. XB is what here? Mole fraction of liquid B. What is YB here? YB is what? Mole fraction of vapor B. Mole fraction of vapor B is what? YB. Mole fraction of liquid B is what? XB. That means what? The mole fraction of liquid B in solution is what? XB. And the mole fraction of B in vapor phase is what? YB. The difference we have to understand. So PB is what now? Vapor pressure of liquid B or partial pressure of liquid B is equal to XB into PB naught. XB is what? Mole fraction of B in liquid phase. PB naught is what? Vapor pressure of pure liquid B. Vapor pressure of pure liquid B. When B is not mixed with A liquid, when B liquid is not mixed with A liquid, only when pure B liquid is taken, its vapor pressure is what now here? PB naught. Means what? The vapor pressure of pure liquid B. So what is PB naught here? Vapor pressure of pure liquid B. Pure liquid B. That point keep in mind. So now these two equations, equation 3 and 4, are according to what now here? Raoult's law. Raoult's law. Okay. So according to Raoult's law, 3 and 4 equations are taken here. Equations 1 and 2 represent what? Dalton's law of partial pressure for mixture of two vapors. And this equation 3 and 4 represent what? The Raoult's law of ideal solution of liquid A and liquid B. Now, equating equations 1 and 3. Equation 1 and equation 3. These two represent what now here? For A only. PA is what here? Vapor pressure of liquid A. Here PA is what? Partial pressure of vapor A. Both are same in magnitude. This PA in vapor phase, PA in liquid phase. Both will be same. This vapor pressure of liquid A and partial pressure of liquid means vapor A. Both will be same in magnitude. So equation 1 and equation 2 we are taking and equating. So equation A is what now? YAP. YAP. YA into P is what? Equation 1. Equation 1. Right, ma'am? Equation 1 is what here? YAP. And equation 3, this one. It is equation 3. So equation 3 representing what here? Equation 3, XA, PA naught. XA, PA naught. Why we have equated these two? Because this PA of equation 1, PA of equation 3, both are same in magnitude. Vapor pressure of liquid A and partial pressure of vapor A, both will be same in magnitude. That's why YAP is equal to XA, PA naught. Now from this YA means what now here? Mole fraction of A in vapor phase. What is this? Mole fraction of A. In which phase? In which phase? Vapor phase. In vapor phase is equal to what is the YA here? YA formula what? XA PA naught by P total. Okay. Now here XA PA naught. XA PA naught is nothing but what? Account Raoult's law. XA into PA naught is equal to PA. PA means what now here? Vapor pressure of liquid A. PA is equal to what now? XA PA naught. So instead of XA PA naught, we have written partial pressure of A by total pressure. So what is YA here? YA is called what now? Vapor mole fraction of vapor A. Mole fraction of A in vapor phase is equal to XA PA naught by P. That is what? PA by P. PA is what? Account Raoult's law. XA into PA naught will be PA. Means vapor pressure of liquid A divided by total pressure is equal to what now here? Is equal to YA. The same way we can equate what now here? Equations 2 and 4. Equations 2 and 4 we can equate. Equation 2, equation 4. Equation 2 is for what? PB. Equation 4 also PB. The equation 4, in equation 4, PB is what? Vapor pressure of liquid B. In equation 2, what is PB? Partial pressure of vapor B. Both are same in magnitude. That's why equation 2 should be equated with equation 4. Therefore, YB is equal to what now here? Tell me after equating what we get. Tell me. Equation 2 is what? YB into P is equal to what is equation 4? XB into PB naught. XB into PB naught. Now we are going to calculate YB here. Composition of B in vapor phase. Composition of B in vapor phase. YB is equal to what now here? XB PB naught. XB PB naught divided by P. Okay. So XB PB naught is nothing but PB here. Vapor pressure of B. According to Raoult's law, vapor pressure of B is equal to PB is equal to XB into PB naught. Therefore, YB is equal to PB by P. This way we can calculate YA and YB. YA and YB we can calculate. Thus, in case of ideal solution of A and B, the vapor phase is richer with more volatile component. Okay, the vapor phase will be having more quantity of vapor will be there, which is having more volatile nature. Suppose liquid A is more volatile. If liquid A is more volatile than liquid B, suppose the liquid A will give more vapor. The vapor A will be more. Otherwise, if liquid B is more volatile than liquid A, suppose, then what happens? More liquid B will be converted into vapor. Now in vapor phase, which will be richer? The vapor B will be richer to what? Vapor A. Like that, whichever is more volatile component, that will be giving more vapor of its molecules. Like that, what is the condition here? Thus, in case of ideal solution, the vapor phase, that is the mixture of vapors, is richer with more volatile component. That is the one having relatively greater vapor pressure. If liquid A is having more vapor pressure than liquid B, suppose, then liquid A will be converted into vapor to greater extent. Then more vapor of A will be there. More vapor A will be there than more vapor means than vapor B. In that way, condition we should understand. Is that clear? Let's take the screenshot of this now. It is relationship between what? Dalton's law and Raoult's law. Dalton's law and Raoult's law. The next. Now see here. Suppose we are taking here ideal deviation. Means what? The deviation from ideal solution. Okay. The deviation from ideal gas behavior. Okay. So now in this case, now what we have to understand is that vapor pressure is taken on y-axis. Y-axis what we have taken? Vapor pressure. And mole fraction X. Mole fraction is taken on x-axis. Okay. Now here when we plot a graph of vapor pressure versus mole fraction. Here in the solution generally, in the solution what will be there? In solution, solute plus solvent. Solute plus solvent will be there, right? Generally, solute is given by letter B or 2. Number 2 or letter B will be used. For solvent, we use capital A or 1 we use. Number 1 will be used here. First component, second component we can take here. It is binary solution. What is here? Binary solution. The binary solution contains one solute and one solvent. For this solute, mole fraction is taken as what? XB or X2. Here mole fraction will be taken XA or X1 mole fraction. So like that we are taking what here? Now we are taking for liquid A, liquid B. Liquid A, liquid B. One will be solvent, one will be solute. Now here what we are taking is that initially this is what now here PA0. PA0 means what here? PA0 is what? The vapor pressure of pure liquid A. What is here? Vapor pressure of pure liquid A. So vapor pressure of pure liquid A. Is that clear, ma? And what is PB0 here? Vapor pressure of pure liquid B. Right, ma? Next one here. So PA0 is greater value than what now? PB0. You see from this graph, we can understand that the PA0 value is more than what? PB0. That means what now? The vapor pressure of pure liquid A is greater than the vapor pressure of pure liquid B. That condition keep in mind. Next one here. Here initially when time is 0 seconds, means when mole fraction is 0 here, we are taking here XA is equal to 1. XA is equal to 1 means what now? What does it mean? The mole fraction of A is what? 1. Generally we know that XA plus XB. XA plus XB must be equal to what? 1. That means what? The sum of mole fractions of solute and solvent must be equal to 1. Must be equal to unity. So XA plus XB must be 1. When XA is equal to 1 here, when XA is equal to 1, XB should be 0. XB should be 0 here. Like that, initially, mole fraction of A is equal to 1, mole fraction of B is equal to 0. Means solvent is 1, mole fraction of solute is 0 initially. Okay, that's why here the vapor pressure of only what is there? A is there here. Pure liquid A is there, meaning here. XA is equal to 1 means what? Only pure liquid A is there. No liquid B is mixed with liquid A. Only liquid A is taken here. That's why what here? PA naught is taken here. Is that clear? Now here, slowly, we are adding what now? We are adding what? As we go from left to right on via x-axis, what is happening? Addition of B is going on. Addition of liquid B is happening to liquid A. When we are going on adding liquid B to liquid A, what is happening now? The mole fraction of B will be slowly increasing. Na? This mole fraction of B will be slowly increasing. The mole fraction of B will increase up to 1. Slowly, when we are going on adding liquid B, what is happening? Liquid B, when we are adding, mole fraction of B will be increased. So from 0 to 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, like this, it is reached what now? It has reached 1 XB. Whenever XB is 0, XB is 1, XA should be 0 again. When XB is equal to 1, XA should be 0. Like this, what now here? Initially, we have taken XA 1, XB 0. Okay. Now, when you are going on adding liquid B, what is happening? Tell me. The vapor pressure of liquid B will be increasing slowly. Because we are adding what liquid B now? When we are adding liquid B, what is happening? The mole fraction of liquid B is increasing. That's why the vapor pressure of liquid B. Vapor pressure of liquid B will be slowly increasing. See here, increasing line, this one. Okay. Now here, PB naught. What is PB here? Vapor pressure of liquid B is equal to what account Raoult's law? PB naught XB. Account which law? Raoult's law. Account Raoult's law. What is happening here? The PB value increasing slowly. And at the same time, when XA is becoming 0 here, from left to right, what is happening here? Initially XA 1, finally XA 0. That means the mole fraction of A is decreasing now here. Mole fraction of A is decreasing like this. When mole fraction of A is decreasing, PA will be decreasing. PA means what here? Vapor pressure of liquid A. Vapor pressure of liquid A slowly decreases because this mole fraction of A decreases. So what is vapor pressure of liquid A according to Raoult's law? PA naught into XA. XA into PA naught, like this. Okay. Now this line represents what here? Vapor pressure of liquid A. This line represents what? Vapor pressure of liquid B. And this line shows that, this straight line shows that the what here? PA naught value is slowly decreasing. And it is representing what now here? Vapor pressure or pressure of what now here? Total vapor pressure of solution. Total vapor pressure of solution. Which solution? Ideal solution. Okay, the total pressure, the total vapor pressure of solution is equal to what? Vapor pressure of liquid A plus vapor pressure of liquid B. Okay, this value is represented by this line here. This line indicates what? Total pressure of solution. Is that clear, ma? So it's about what now here? The deviation. Here no deviation initially. That's why this is what now ideal solution here. There is no deviation. That's why it is what ideal solution here. Okay. And now here, positive deviation. Okay, positive deviation means what now here? See, the total vapor pressure of solution. The total vapor pressure of solution is more than expected from Raoult's law. The total vapor pressure, this one, the total vapor pressure of the ideal solution, of the solution formed, not ideal solution here. The total vapor pressure of solution formed is more than expected from Raoult's law. Now, account Raoult's law, this one here. Account Raoult's law, this one here. This should be the total vapor pressure, account Raoult's law. But it is more than expected here. The total vapor pressure of solution formed is greater than expected from Raoult's law. This is according to what now here? Raoult's law. According to Raoult's law, this one here. But than Raoult's law, it is more observed here, total vapor pressure. So this is called positive deviation. If the total vapor pressure is greater than the total vapor pressure expected from Raoult's law, that type of deviation is called what? Positive deviation. What is the positive deviation? Tell me. If vapor pressure of solution formed is greater than vapor pressure according to Raoult's law. According to Raoult's law. So according to Raoult's law, how much should be their vapor pressure? Than that, if vapor pressure of solution formed is greater, that type of deviation is called what here? Positive deviation. Positive deviation. That condition keep in mind. Next one here. See, now it is what now here? It is PB. PB means what now? PB not into XB na? It is according to Raoult's law here. According to Raoult's law. According to Raoult's law, the PB value should be this much. But you see, observed PB is what? This one here. It is what? Observed PB. So experimentally we got this much here. The PB observed is this much. It is more than what now you had expected from Raoult's law. The PB, the vapor pressure of liquid B, is more than expected from Raoult's law. That's why again this is called positive deviation. Here the same thing, this one also here. It is what now here? PA. PA according to what? Raoult's law. PA is equal to what here? PA is equal to PA naught into XA. It is according to Raoult's law, it should be this much. But observed is what now? Observed is more than expected. The observed PA value is greater than the expected from Raoult's law. So that is why it is called positive deviation. Is the concept clear, ma? So positive deviation, negative deviation. And next case is the negative deviation. Negative deviation when it is called if vapor pressure of solution formed. If vapor pressure of solution formed is lesser than what now here? Vapor pressure as expected from Raoult's law. As expected from Raoult's law. As expected from Raoult's law, some X value should be there, suppose. But the observed vapor pressure of solution is less than X. That's why it is called negative deviation. See here, now this should be what now here? P total. P total should be equal to vapor pressure of liquid A plus vapor pressure of liquid B according to Raoult's law, this one. But here observed is what now? See, observed value of total pressure is less than what? Expected from Raoult's law. It is expected from Raoult's law. This one is observed. That's why the observed total pressure is lesser than the total vapor pressure of solution as per Raoult's law. That is why this type of deviation is called what? Negative deviation. The same thing is true for what? PB. Now PB is equal to what generally? PB naught XB. Vapor pressure of liquid B as per what? As per Raoult's law, this one. But observed is what? Less than expected. Less than expected from Raoult's law. That's why again this is called negative deviation. So in all these cases, same thing here. The observed vapor pressure of A, is lesser than the expected from Raoult's law. That's why this type of deviation is called what? Negative deviation. Negative deviation. Is that clear, my concept? So first thing you have to understand that ideal deviation meaning what here? No deviation. Ideal deviation nothing but no deviation here. There is no deviation in or here vapor pressure here. Ideal deviation meaning what here? That is no deviation. There is no deviation from Raoult's law here. Exactly following what Raoult's law here. So this P is what? P total of solution. PA is what? Vapor pressure of liquid A. PB is what? Vapor pressure of liquid B. All these are following what? Raoult's law. That's why this solution formed is what? Ideal solution. And that's why this is given name what now? Ideal deviation means there is no deviation from Raoult's law. No deviation from what? Raoult's law. No deviation from which law? Raoult's law. That is the meaning here. Is the concept clear now so far? So it's about what now? Relationship between Dalton's law of partial pressures and Raoult's law of ideal solutions. This concept should be understood here. Based on this, many problems will be there. Okay. Bye. Good day.